Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds for the vacant WBO International Middleweight Championship. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensbury, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red and Unibet. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your steward in charge is Des Rees, along with the World Boxing Organisation, the President Paco Valsarel, the Supervisor John Handler. Introducing your three scoring judges from ringside. From England, Mr. Bob Williams. From Poland, Mr. Leszek Jankowiak. And from Hungary, Mr. Zoltan Anyedi. Your timekeeper is Nick White, and your referee, John Latham from Bury, England. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you have been waiting for. This is the main event of the evening, and this is TNT Sports Boxing! Introducing first in the red corner, he has a record of 16 wins, only 1 defeat and 1 draw, with 9 big wins coming by way of knockout. At the weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone, 5 pounds, and tonight he wears the red shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting from Basildon, the former WBO European Middleweight Champion, the former interim world title challenger, introducing Danny Dignum! And across the ring in the blue corner, he has a record of 18 wins, 3 defeats with 1 draw, with 15 big wins coming by way of knockout. At the weigh-in, he scaled 11 stone, 4 pounds, and tonight he wears the black shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting from Battersea, one of the hardest-hitting middleweights in the country, introducing the former world title challenger and 2-time British middleweight champion, Denzel Bentley!
Right, as you expect from your board, you obey the instructions at all times. When I tell you to break your board, break clean, defend yourselves at all times, and the best luck to your board. Touch loves.
Denzel Bentley, the man who seemed set to reign supreme at middleweight at British level at the very least, mystifyingly just did not seem tuned in right for 2 of the biggest fights of his career. Has to be here tonight, and we get down to it against Danny Dignum. Dignum, like Bentley, has fought for a world title against the same opponent, very different outcome against the outstanding Adam Cannolly. Short night's work it was for the champ against Dignum. Bentley had his moments, threatened one of the great upsets. There's a line of thought which says that Bentley is a higher class operator, but Dignum will not be deterred by that. One of the reasons being the hundreds of rounds these two fellas have sparred together, Richie.
They know each other inside out, don't they? So they've done a lot of sparring together, but you know that accounts for nothing when you're in there then, Paul. It's totally different under the bright lights and smaller gloves. Oh, that's a cracking shot there from Bentley. But you can see what Bentley's doing straight away, staying on the outside. He doesn't want to overcommit. That's a lovely counter as well from Bentley, and he's actually reversing the roles here. It's normally the southpaw that makes the orthodox fighter lead, but Bentley's just sitting back and drawing the lead off Dignum and then coming back with his counters. So a good start from Denzel Bentley.
The question is how much damage the defeats have done to Bentley's inner belief in a hard fight over the championship distance. That is yet to be proven. Felix Cash here at the York Hall, and then the upset of the year, as I'm sure you are aware, when Nathan Heaney danced all over him and around him, and Bentley looked bamboozled and confused in the ring, apparently outside the ring, as you've been hearing also. He tells us it's all good now and it's all behind him.
it's a better start from Bentley, Paul. It's a patient start. Like I've said, he's trying to draw the lead off Dignum, who would probably prefer Bentley to come forward. That's why it's a stalemate, and they're both waiting for each other to lead. And what they want to do is both to come back with counters. So you can see Bentley has no intention of landing that jab. He's just trying to draw the lead from his opponent. That's why it's just pouring it really. But he wants Dignum to come forward. And he's the one then that's just cracked mentally and just thrown that shot first. But they're both boxing as counter punchers, but it's who lands that shot.
Dignum, in all honesty, wouldn't claim to be one of the top 20 best-known British fighters of this era, I don't think, but this can change it tonight. And after a slow start, he's just given Denzel Bentley a couple of reminders late in the round that he intends to do what Cash and Heaney have done to Bentley.
Yeah, good left hand from Dignum there. That's 30 seconds or so.
Welcome back, everybody. They've been finding their range in that opening round. Richie, who fared better?
I thought Bentley just did enough to nick it. I thought Dignum finished the round quite well. But early on in the round, a couple of good right hands from Bentley, who sat back and drew the lead of his opponent. And like I said, Dignum came back towards the end of the round. But I thought Bentley just nicked it.
Might be full circle tonight for Danny Dignum. Were he to win here, it would be the biggest win, obviously, of his professional career. But he has been coming here, earning his respect ever since he won the ABA title as a young amateur in 2012. He and his brother, of course, were very good fighters as amateurs, weren't they? And a couple of his best pro wins have come here as well. Another reason for him to believe.
But I thought in that opening round, Paul, Dignum probably waited a little bit too long. Towards the end of the round, he started to go forward a little bit more and put Bentley under a little bit more pressure, and he had a bit of success. But he started this second round again just waiting, and I don't know whether that's the right approach, because Bentley seemed to be able to cope with what's coming at him with the slower pace.
That is one view, Richie, and you know a lot more about it than me, but I have the feeling that Dignum doesn't fear Bentley, and I accept completely that sparring and fight night are two different things, but Dignum believes he knows Bentley and has his measure.
And he's got to get his measure a little bit better, Paul, there, because he's coming forward. Just got caught with that right hand again. So I just think he's got to be a little bit more positive when he's coming forward, Danny Dignum. He's probably got to double up the attacks and put a bit more pressure on. Waiting a little bit too long, and I think the waiting game is suiting Bentley. That's what I think.
Certainly having to reach for him is Dignum. Bentley the quicker. Oh, and Dignum takes one and goes down heavily. Razor sharp from Denzel Bentley there. 6 and 7 already, and there's damage for Dignum.
Good right hand, wasn't it, Paul, from Denzel Bentley, and he goes again. It seemed to be into the mid-drift, and you can see Danny Dignum straight away trying to bring his elbows down to block those body shots. It was certainly a body shot.
It's a great body shot. Might be a finishing body shot. Dignum knows he's got to dig deep indeed here now, and it's very early in the fight. Bentley has shown his teeth, shown he means business, shows he means to put the defeats behind him.
Oh, the referee!
It's a great right hand, might be a finisher. Down again he goes. John Latham's having a look and starts to count. Eddie Lamb wanted to throw the towel in. Dignum told him not to, but it is called off. It's called off early. Razor sharp tonight. Denzel Bentley. Dignum had no answers. Richie, you were right all along.
Well, super shot, super work there from Bentley with that right hand. I thought that the more patient approach from him, weight on the outside, suited him a little bit better. Danny Dignum seemed to make the mistakes as he sort of poured with that lead hand of his, and then you've seen Bentley come back with fast counters. But once he caught him to the body, he made the ultimate mistake, Dignum, of showing that he was hurt. He went down, and then it was all Bentley. He knew that the winning line was very, very close, and he went for it. All guns blazing, and that's Bentley back to his best, Paul.
A lot of feeling behind that from Denzel Bentley tonight. The feeling that people were beginning to doubt his quality, doubt his mentality as a top-line fighter, given the way the defeats came about. No arguing that he had too much all-round for Dignum tonight. Dignum could not get the foothold that he wanted in the fight. Too slow, as Reggie rightly said, from the get-go. All business tonight, Bentley, in and out, quickly and very ruthlessly indeed.
And I thought he showed a lot of composure here. Let's have a look at this right hand from Bentley. There it was there. That was a belting shot, wasn't it? Good punch indeed. Also, there's a couple of good body shots. So look at this for the body shot here. There it was there, right into the solar plexus. And Danny Dignum just could not. And there's the second one. So once he showed that he was hurt downstairs, then Bentley, that's the green light for Bentley to just punch away downstairs, and then he moves in for the finish. What a super right hand that was. But I thought the start of the contest, it was very impressive for me from Bentley. Remember, you know, he's on home turf as well. Lots of his crowd and supporters here. He could have gone over that front foot and really gone for it, but he didn't. That he showed his experience. He waited. It was a patient approach, and it was the right approach, and he picked his shots superbly well.
Well, he gets a great hand. Music to his ears, this will be, Bentley. The one-sided nature of this victory, a better message than any words from anyone. To Dev Sani.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of 2 minutes 53 seconds in the second round, your referee calls a halt to this contest. Therefore, your winner by TKO and the new WBO International Middleweight Champion, Denzel Bentley!
Too sharp by half tonight, Denzel Bentley. Some thrilling stuff on the undercard tonight with Archie Sharp, and a real all-timer here at the York Hall between Ryan Garner and Liam Dillon. But the top of the bill man stood up and did his best to steal the show. But what he's really done is restored his reputation tonight as British, European and potential world class.
A big win for Denzel Bentley there. We're going to hear from the winner shortly. We'll also have reaction from Carl Frampton and Steve Bunce.
Yeah, I'm going to start this interview with the words of Denzel, right? You said, don't call this a comeback. I've been here and you know exactly what it takes to win at this stage. Just tell me how you're feeling now.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling excited, man. I told you don't call this a comeback because I know I was going through mentally in my last fight, and I just couldn't, you know, lock in and give the performance I needed to give. You saw me today fully locked in, no distractions, life's going well, and look at the performance I produced. So I'm a dangerous guy in this division, but, you know, I need to get my head right every time I step in that ring, and, you know, I can do the business.
It feels like it's a redemption, and I don't want to turn around and discredit what you just said, but I see Cairo in your shorts. I know what's going on in terms of your personal life. The redemption you are going through as a man right now, and now I see it's reflected in the boxing ring as well.
Yeah, man, I mean, like, in just like the last 3-4 weeks of that last camp, you know, my baby boy was born prematurely. It was hard to focus. He's in intensive care, my first child, do you know what I mean? So it was hard to concentrate, but I'd already signed the deal, I'm professional, and I promised to step in that ring November 18th, and that's what I've done. I just couldn't pull the trigger, and maybe underestimated Heaney a little bit, thinking I could, you know, go through him while I was going through, but now my baby boy's fine, he's nice, got his name in my shorts, he's healthy, and I'm focused, and I'm concentrated, and this is what I can do, man.
I know he's going to be proud of his daddy when you go back and tell the news later. I want to bring, of course, George into this right now. George, you see him. He seems refocused. It seems like he knows exactly what he wants once again. Tell me your thoughts on where you can take Denzel as well this year.
Well, I mean, after that second-round knockout of Danny Dignum, the only other guy that's done that is Janabek, a guy that Denzel's been in with, putting a best, for me, career best performance despite the loss out there. That was his best performance because it showed that he can be at that world level. No, I don't want to be disrespectful to Nathan Heaney. Nathan Heaney's a great British champion. He's got his own career. Denzel's got his own career as well. He thinks that he wasn't right that night. So for me, naturally, I'd love to see that fight again eventually. I think we're going to see Nathan and Brad Pauls try and dust off their draw that they had last time on our Magnificent Seven show. I know Denzel's going to be fighting regularly. That's what we're going to be doing. We want him out in July. We've got a big London show that he's going to be back out on. But with fights like that and performances like that and stoppages like that, he is going to be hard to match.
Activity, activity, activity. That's all I heard in that last response. But Denzel, I'm going to give you the final word because it felt like this was London in here tonight. It felt like you had all of the fans and all of the emotion. But just tell me how you're feeling and what you want for this year as well.
Listen, man, more of these, man, more straps, man. I want to go all the way to the top world level. I say it every time. I've had a few setbacks and I come back. That just shows my character, it shows my heart. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you can't hold me back because I want something and I'm not going to stop till I get it. So I'm happy what George is saying, keeping me active. That's all I want because I'm in the gym. Martin, don't let us off the hook. I'm in the gym consistently, so I'm happy to hear there's a show in July that I can be on, so I'm ready to go. Thank you.
Denzel, I ain't going to hold you back no more. I know your friends and family are in here. Go and enjoy your celebration, my friend.
South London's in the house, man. Better see, come on, man. SW8, man. That's what
Appreciate you as always, Denzel, man.